Salutations, boys and girls and kiddos of all ages. Welcome to another video of Posing Action Figures with Toy the Poser, where I am your host, Toy the Poser. And of course, a special thanks to all my returning viewers and subscribers of the channel. And of course, another big thanks to all my new subscribers of the channel. And of course, a big heartfelt warm welcome to any new viewers of the channel, to which I would like to say, this is not your average toy review channel, just a simple showcasing of all the things I like to collect in the form of action figures and toys. And I will get behind the camera to show you exactly what I mean. Whoop, whoop. All right, well, I was gonna try to make a quick 2-in-1 video in this regards because this is another Build-A-Figure wave, the execution of Build-A-Figure. And like I say, for those who don't know me very well, this is the wave. This is the executioner, the guy that we're going to be building, although we did get an executioner before, but it was the MCU version of him. So yes, people that know that I do not like collecting characters of that I've already have the same character twice. I don't care if they wearing a different suit, a different hat, or different socks and underwear. Don't give me the same character that I already have. Anywho, but in this case, it was the MCU version, the movie version, live action, however you want to say it, version of the executioner. And I really don't like collecting those unless I have to. So here's a chance for me to replace the executioner. However, Wolverine, we got 1 million of them. And due to the fact that we don't need him to build this, he doesn't come with a Build-A-Figure piece, I didn't get Wolverine. Iron Man, yes, there's another 1 million of them. But in this situation, Iron Man, you can actually just collect the suits of Iron Man. So you can get one Tony Stark or the one Iron Man to have Tony Stark, and you can build a Hall of Armors if you want to. So, but that's one of those situations, you know, those caveats when it comes to collecting other action figures. So that's like one of the caveats. So if I can or if I have to, I don't mind getting an extra Iron Man suit, as long as it's a different Iron Man suit. All right. And he comes with the rest of the guys come with Build-A-Figure pieces. All right. This Dark Avengers Spider-Man, even though it looks like who you think it looks like, it's not that same person. So this is a different person. All right. Warbo. First time we ever get in Warbo. And yes, he is a new character. Wolf by Night. I think, yeah, this is our first Wolf by Night. And Phantom Rider. First Phantom Rider we getting. But today we are talking about Enchantress. All right. And yes, once again, she is a character that we already have. I don't like the fact that we getting another one. And for those who like boxes, all right, here you go. These are what's on the back of the box. Barcode and bottom of the box, if you need that. Okay. Side of the box, Enchantress there. The other side of the box, top of the box. And yes, I was trying to do this without let me see if I'll just do it this way. I don't want to, but yes, there you go. For if you want that, see that part of the box. Okay, all right, let's get on with the show. Okay, and all right, and quickly adjust the camera, and as you can see, all right, the front of the Enchantress box. All right, first and foremost, like I said, I usually don't do this because I usually don't have the figure that I've already got out. It wasn't nearby. But this is the first Enchantress I think is, the first one, or at least the one I have. If there was anyone before that, I did not know of. All right. But can't remember when and what year she came out. So, but as you can see, old sculpt, old articulations and things like that. I even had to heat up the legs a little bit because, yes, they were warped and bent and bow-legged. I am sorry. I bet you I'm getting all in the camera way. I mean, of the lighting effect. All right. I'm sorry. But anywho, yeah, this is the old one. Okay. And as you can see, as we take the other one out, it ain't that too far of a big of a difference. Okay. So this is, I mean, these is one of the reasons why I don't, like collecting, been forced or been tricked to, or whatever you want to say, into getting the same character twice. Okay. Yeah, it's just updated. I think, well, we'll see in a minute. Let's just hold on. Let's just magical poof her out of this box so we can see. So magical poof. All right. And as you can see, she comes with the torso of the executioner. That's neither here nor there right now at the moment. And let's not talk about her yet. 2 fists, closed fists. That's nothing new. All right. If you see that. But I think this little effect piece that she has is new. I'm not sure. But I do kind of like it because, come on. Okay. Remember, heat up your action figures before you pose them, kiddos. Because I'm about to put her in a cold pose, and change one of the hands. I'm gonna do this one. Why not? Or at least what I meant was put the effect piece on it. Okay. It has like a little clip in it to do that. So I think you could have weaved the hand through whatever. I'm not sure, but there you have it. All right. And I'm pretty sure it's not supposed to give you that play action to it, but I think it's cool that we do. Okay. As I said before, just some new sculpt, because as you can see, she has this hard, unmovable hair that hinders her, ability to look up or down. Well, mostly to look up, because she can look down. Yeah, here, let me get the other one out again. I'll bring her back. Like I say, as you can see, it's nothing different. Arms different. This one has the bicep swivel and double articulations in the elbow. This one doesn't. And that used to bother me that this was the thing, but now it doesn't as much. However, if it doesn't go past 90, I'm like, okay, they could have did a little better than that with the articulation. But the torso swivel, this one has torso swivel, no ab crunch, and that's the sad part about it, because if you're gonna give us an updated action figure, then give us all the updated articulations. All right, but I'm not here to rant. I'm just saying in general. I'm not minding. Although, she got detailed. I'm pretty sure you guys can't see this in that regard, but she got a little detail under the on her main body that's under this little skirt piece. Okay, legs. I didn't think pin joints was really that much of an issue, but somebody pointed out to me that it was like, well, it's because you don't have that problem of them warping so much. And I'm like, why does that matter so much? But I see why now. But I mean, like I said, a little heat or something like that usually straighten them back out. She still has the heels with the peg holes, and them just like this one did. I think the peg holes are a little smaller than the old one, but it's neither here nor there. And like I say, we're gonna, it doesn't really put us in the realm of action figure wise or something like that. I don't know. Now I don't know what I'm saying now, but it helps when it needs to help. So put her in a little cold pose, and we're gonna see how it goes. Cause see, the thing is with this one is that normally I would just change the arms in them. If I get when I customize them, I just get a action figure with the bicep swivel and new articulate arms, and just take these out and put them on. That's all I needed. But all right, here we go. All right, that's not the thing that I have to do now. So, let me see what kind of. Oh, now look at this. Okay, I done washed it out too quick. But there. What? Why? Okay. It's the same ball joint as this one. I didn't even think of that. It just got a little bulb at the top. It doesn't hinder nothing. So you can't really articulate them. So but why did you do that here? This is supposed to be the new figure. Why didn't you give her the okay. Now that really hurts my feelings. So okay. Oh man. I am so disappointed now. So all right. That's the cold pose. I guess. Let me see if I can give her something else, cause cheese and crackers. Hasbro, you give us a, like I say, if you're gonna do it, just really do it. Okay. So, all right, let's put on a rotator, and as I do, just tell you a little bit more about Enchantress here. Okay, so let's do that. Well, as kind of disappointing as I am about this, the articulations of the new Enchantress action figure, she's still not bad. I mean, for what it's worth. All right. Got it in a pretty decent pose, but still, I mean, come on, guys. Anywho, all right. And if you're wondering who this character is, well, let me tell you. Created in 1964 by Stan Lee and Jack Kirby and first appearing in Journey into Mystery, issue number 103. Amora was born somewhere in Asgard. All right, but doesn't say specifically where, specific, whatever. Doesn't say exactly where. However, while she was in her youth, her adolescence ages, she ran away to the land of the Norns and was an apprentice under the Queen of the Norns, better known as Carnella. All right. And although there's not a whole lot to know about Carnella or talk about Carnella, it's just know that she was the ruler of the Norns, and she's as old as Odin. So basically, she's a goddess, because she's born in Asgard too. All right, she's an well, you get what I'm saying. Anyway, well, anywho, Amora studied under Carnella because Carnella is one of the most powerful sorcerers in all of Asgard. So while she was coming up, that's who was her mentor and teacher. And I often like to give, original pictures of what the character actually looked like when they first appeared in comics. So yeah, this is what Amora, aka Enchantress, looked like when she back in the 60s. Okay, moving on. And here's an old picture of Carnella. Okay, moving on. Well, one day along a line later on in the timeline, Amora enlisted Brunhilde, or I hope I am, or Brunhilda. I hope I'm pronouncing that right, but anyway, Brunhilde was basically at the time the leader of Odin's Valkyrie, and the Valkyries are basically female warriors that were created by Odin, basically to fight for the fallen soldiers or whatever, and to I guess safely transport those fallen souls to, well, the Asgardian version of heaven, which is called Valhalla. Am I pronouncing it right? Yeah, it's Valhalla. Basically Asgardian heaven. Okay, so anywho, well, Amora tried to convince Brunhilde, who was the first Valkyrie, by the way, and long story short, it failed because Brunhilde realized that Amora's intentions were not pure or, deceitful or whatever. So she ended their relationship, moved on, and, didn't fall for her trickery, and even broke the spell that she was under, that Amora tried to put her under. Now, along comes Scrooge, the executioner, who was seduced by Amora, who was going by the Enchantress. Well, I guess we can call her the Enchantress at this point. The Enchantress, to basically, I guess, come along with her to, join her in doing all her dastardly schemes and all those other evil things that she does. However, Scrooge was so enamored by Enchantress that he was willing to do all those things anyway. So he was so in love with her that he was gonna go along with it anyway. I don't think he was even under the spell at the time, but Fact of the matter is, the Enchantress always, you know, turned down his advances, you know, in that regards, because Enchantress basically whole stitch is that she fell in love with Thor, who at this point in time was going by the name of Blake because father his father Odin had banished him away to Earth, and basically stripped away his powers. And for those who need a little comic book history, Thor Odin banished Thor to Earth and basically stripped away his powers of his hammer and stuff like that. Almost kind of like you saw in the first Thor movie. Exactly. So while the god of thunder was on Earth, and when he basically wasn't Thor, he paraded around as an alter ego called by the name of Blake, Donald Blake. I mean, or Don Blake. Anywho, where he kind of, yeah, and that's neither here nor there. But yeah, that's basically the whole stitch of Enchantress. She fell in love with Thor the first time she saw him, but she couldn't seduce him with her powers. And the guy that does want her, she doesn't want him. All right, which ends up the reasons why she's probably a part of this Build-A-Figure wave, and that's fine. Anywho, now the Enchantress is an Asgardian, so she's technically kind of sort of a god, pretty much on the same level as, if you want to count gods, in the form of, like, let's say Loki. All right, who is also is a sorcerer or whatever. But from my understanding, and like I said, just as my understanding, I think Enchantress sorcery power is a lot stronger than Loki's, because Carnella is Loki's, I mean not Loki, but the Enchantress mentor, teacher. And she at the time was I think the most powerful sorceress in all of Asgard. So Amora, the Enchantress, was basically second to her. So along with all those other superhuman strengths and abilities and attributes and stuff like that, the Enchantress is a very powerful sorceress, and she can do things like her enhance, her beauty and things like that. I think that's another one of her stitches, is that she has the ability, I don't know what you want to call it, charisma or something like that. Well, where men fall madly in love with her, something like that. She also has the ability to turn men into trees or statues or something like that. With the kiss, I don't know why it's just men, but I'm assuming that women can get that too. I don't know why they made it just a man thing. It was the 60s. Who knows? All right. She's also has telekinesis and hypnosis and the ability to warp reality. Has some ability to, I guess, to take over darkness or something like that. Look, she's extremely powerful, So yeah, that's that. Whoop. Okay, let's size her up. As you can see, or if you noticed, I had to brace her because those feet with heels on them, yeah, she don't stand too well with those on. But I found a way to hold her up, or hopefully just keep her up until we finish the size comparison. But it really doesn't matter because I can guarantee you she's not going to be the comic book accurate size. In the comic, she's like over 6 feet tall. But representing the 136 action figure size, or whatever in that size realm, we have whoop Herbie, the good God, I can't think and talk at the moment, but the Toy Biz early 2000 Fantastic Four multi-pack Herbie action figure or prop. So yeah, standing at 2 inches tall and a whopping the average 136 scale action figure size. All right. So representing the 1/18th scale action figure size, we have whoop the Xeno Strike 3-minute project, what I like to call the waist high ninja guy, Gary for short. All right. And Gary stands at a whopping 3 3/4 inches tall. So the average, or I think just a quarter shorter than the average 1/18th scale action figure size. I I think. Yeah. Anyway, that's all. That's always debatable, but yeah, Gary is 1/18th scale. All right. So representing the 1/12th scale action figure size, we have whoop Stan the Man, my main man, Stan, the Hasbro Stan Lee action figure, which is the average 6-inch scale. 1/12 scale, which is the average 6 inches is the average 1/12 scale action size. Anywho, and also Enchantress creator or co-creator. All right, well, along with Jack Kirby. So yeah, representing the 1/10th scale action figure size, we have whoop the NECA homebody action figure, which I like to call Buck, the bigger figure. Oh yeah. And Buck stands at a whopping 7 inches tall, the average 1/10th scale action figure size. So, which means that, whoop, and I basically stand corrected. I didn't realize how much taller she was over the Stan Lee action figure, but yeah, Enchantress is almost, if not over the comic book accurate size, because she's standing a little over 6 inches. Well, if you count hairline or stuff like that, over six inches tall. And if you count it by the hair, I think she's like 6 3/4, at so to speak. So yeah, go figure. All right. Whoop, whoop, whoop. And there you have it, kiddos. Although she isn't exactly a major upgrade from the older figure, she still turns out to be a pretty darn good upgrade in general. All right. So thanks for stopping by, Moira. See you around soon. Whoop. And that goes for you too, my fellow kiddos. But if you can't figure out something to do in the meantime and in between time until the next video, here's some little advice my mother would give me when I had that same little bit of dilemma. Go somewhere and play. Okay, see you in the next video, guys. Ta-ta for now.